Hey everyone, welcome back to this week's edition of the Maconi Setup Shop A-Fix Tutorials. Today we are at one of my personal favorite racetracks at Richmond Raceway, and hopefully the tips and tricks that I've learned over the years can help you get around this fast little short track better than ever before. First thing I want to go over is gear. Once again, it's always a topic in this car, having the 5-speed transmissions. Um, I find that fourth gear works best for me because by the time I want to get on the brakes, getting into turn one, I'm just getting to the chip as well. So it works perfect because I always like to use the engine to help me brake as much as possible in this car. And being at a short track, it's very important to use as much motor as you can so that you're staying off the brakes and saving your tires. One really big important thing here is the line at Richmond Raceway. As you can see going into turn one, you're trying to aim for the yellow line with your left side tires as the line bends for the corner. Turn three, kind of the same thing. You're trying to aim for the line. You want to get to the line as it's bending for the corner. You're not really arcing it out as much as you would think. Turn one in particular, I try to drive it straighter into the corner. It's one of few racetracks that you do that at. I know a lot of people always talk about arcing the corner and getting the biggest arc that you can. Well, Richmond's different. You kind of want to aim for the yellow line so that you can get to that line, get off the brakes, and let the car roll the center so that you can save your tires, save your brakes, and still carry a lot of speed. Uh, Being patient with the throttle is very important because you have so much wheel in the center of the corner. If you get on the gas too hard, it's very easy for the rear end to step out or get loose. So you want to be patient on the gas. A big rule of thumb until you're very comfortable, I would say, is not getting full throttle until you're on the straightaways. As you can see, we're already working lap 6, and I'm not going to be getting full throttle until my wheel is almost straight coming off of turn 4, or as straight as I can because it's curved, obviously, or until I'm on the straightaway on the backstretch here. These next couple laps, I think lap 8, I believe, is the lap I decided to try and show what happens if you don't hit the bottom. So this is what can happen if you overdrive the corner. Uh, the big loss of grip. As you can see, it's very hard to get the car slowed down and turn, and I'm way off that line. So my run off the corner is way worse than the laps before, and there's no good line coming off the corner. And it's the same with turn 3. There's just not a lot of grip off the bottom, which makes passing a premium. You're going to want to make your passes on the bottom, and the guys that are up top, yes, they're going to be able to try to pinch you down, but it's going to be very hard for them to keep their momentum and get down the straightaway as well. So you have to be patient when making your passes, and just know that as long as you're working the bottom, you are going to get that position. Okay, switching back to the bottom down here, this is, again, trying to aim for the yellow line. You want to wrap the yellow line. Obviously, you don't want to get over the yellow line because the apron here is flat, and if you do cross that transition, you will de-wedge the car and get very loose and spin out. It's very easy to do. I would not be surprised if you see a lot of people do that. It's very easy to turn across the yellow line. You just want to wrap it. Speaking of lines, in turn 1 in particular, also turn 3 as well. If you want to try to enter about half a car width above it, the line, and then pull down on exit, again, without stepping over that line, you don't want to cross it. But if you're able to, a good way to keep your momentum and speed here is to exit the corner as low as you can. If you have to enter just slightly higher than what you're normally doing to put a little more wheel in it and come off the corner lower, it's a good way to carry a little bit more speed. You just burn up your tires a little bit more. Again, looking down here, I am not getting full throttle until the straightaway, so At this point of the run, you've already slowed down over 2 tenths. The tires do wear here quite a bit, which is going to make for some fun racing. So these last couple laps here, we'll switch to the in-car so that you guys can get a better perspective for what it'll be like when you're turning laps. Okay, guys, one quick thing I want to go over. As always, if you find that you're having a hard time getting to the bottom of the racetrack, the best thing you can do is back your corners up, so start braking for the corner sooner. As you can see, my last couple laps here, I was kind of overdriving turn 3 a little bit, wasn't really getting to the bottom. I backed my corner up on the last lap, and I was able to wrap the bottom. So if you find that you're in the race and you're struggling to get to the bottom of the racetrack, just back your corners up, brake a little harder, and just make sure you're getting down to that line. Once again, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you have any questions, please leave a comment and we will get back to them as soon as we can. If you find that this video was helpful for you, please consider leaving a like. And if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you guys will see these videos every Monday once they're posted. Best of luck this week, and we'll see you out on the track.